Well, hello guys. It's been a hot minute. How have you been? Feel like it's been a year since we've last had a conversation. Maybe because it has. Well, you know, life has its ups and downs and things change and sometimes they get better and sometimes they get worse. But hey, all that matters is that I am back and even better. Well, I guess that's up to you guys. So I kind of wanted to make a reintroductory video to my channel. I have been a lot more active on my blog, which is Chelsea's Korean Adventures. If you guys want to check it out, I'll also leave a link down below for that. But I have just been kind of doing more of a blog and doing lots of pictures and stuff on Instagram. I've been doing a Korean food challenge where I decided that I was going to do strictly Korean food for my home meals for 30 days in June. And I was challenging myself that I had to eat at least 2 meals a day that were Korean food. And living in Arizona, there are some Korean restaurants, but obviously that can get a little expensive going out to eat all the time. So I was making it at home. Now, I have made Korean food fairly often at home. It's one of my favorite foods. I think it also is a better lifestyle of eating. It's 80% vegetables with 20% carbs and meat. So I just think that it's better for people to eat other than the standard American diet. Kind of changes it up a bit for you. But so for this challenge, I was really trying to push myself to try recipes that I've never done before and to really just explore outside of the 5 common dishes that most people know about for Korean food. So doing that, I did my blog, and I have a bunch of posts on there about that. If you want to check it out and see how things went, it went awesome. I ended up pretty much eating all Korean food all the time. I think I probably had about 10 meals out of the month that were not something that I made or had made ahead of time. I even ventured out and made kimchi, and not to toot my own horn, but I think it's pretty bomb. I was super excited because I feel like that's kind of the, how do you say, like, you can like put your feather in your cap on that one, being like, I can make some pretty awesome kimchi. So yeah, that's been fun. I am coming up with a new challenge this month. Now, this month is kind of getting away from me. It is already, the 4th of July this week. Today, actually, as I'm filming this. But I wanted to do the Korean 10-step skincare routine, and I have a bunch of stuff to be able to do it. I'm running low on some things, but I am going to K-Town, LA in a few days, actually in 10 days. So excited. So I'm hoping to restock on stuff for that. So I'm gonna kind of do a modified, or I may just hold off and I may just do it next month, and kind of really take this month to maybe focus on blogging and vlogging, because that's kind of how I want to change this channel. Is I want to not make this a labeled channel. I know that there's so many YouTubers out there that do vlogs strictly, or they do unboxing strictly, or they do their own variety of their label. And what I want is, I want this channel to reflect who I am as a person, and I am not a cookie cutter person. I fall into so many categories that's how I want this to be. I want to be able to vlog about my life, and you know, I may do unboxing videos. I'm a hairstylist. I may do a hair video. I may do a tutorial on how I do my hair, or when I change it, you guys will follow along with that. I'm a nail tech, and I've been getting back into doing my own nails and, you know, doing stuff like that, so I want to share that with you. I am a huge nerd. I love going to Comic Cons. I love going to those sorts of different conventions. I video game a lot. So I want to encompass all of those things that are who I am. You know, I am an avid learner of different cultures. Lately, it's been Korea. If you haven't been around for a minute, it's easy to pick up. But, you know, it's just, I don't want this to be a fake conversation. I am going to be who I am. I'm going to be vulnerable and honest, because I feel like there's so many people out there right now that feel they need to fit into a box, that if they're labeled as, you know, a certain type, that they have to stay within that boundary. And I've done that to myself too, that how can I be a girl that, you know, I used to train horses. I used to wear jeans and get dirty and be covered in dirt head to toe. And then I went to beauty school, and, you know, I'm still both of those people. You know, I can do the makeup and I can do the fancy clothes and I can be a total girly girl, but I can work on a car and I can change my own brakes. I can change my own oil. You know, it's like I've done a ton of stuff on my own. My parents have been amazing about making me a confident, independent woman that still, you know, knows how to have that softer side, that can accept help from people, that, you know, I'm not just stuck in one aspect, that I can truly enjoy all aspects of myself, that I can be who I am, and I am totally comfortable with that. So I really am trying to now share that, and I feel like as an author, you know, I have written a book series. I have published a book and waiting to publish the other ones, and there's something powerful about writing down your thoughts on a page. But there's also something about having this kind of face-to-face conversation where I can truly emote in other ways what I'm trying to say. Because sometimes I feel like when people read your written word, if you're being sarcastic or you're, you know, being snarky or something like that, it's so much harder for people to understand truly where your heart is coming from. But having a visual like this, where you can see my face, you can hear my voice, where you can, you know, truly hear from me what I'm trying to say, is going to be a better platform, I think, for this. And I really have no idea what is going to be in store for you guys, because I am a fly by the seat of my pants kind of gal. So, you know, who knows what each video will hold, but it's going to be a surprise. It's going to be spontaneous. It's going to be awesome, because that's how I roll. You know, I live my life day by day, and I am so excited about that I just kind of wake up and I decide how my day is going to be. You know, I wake up one morning and I'm a little punkier, or some days I'm a little more casual grunge, some days I'm like super glam. And, you know, I think that life needs to be a little more free, that people need to be okay with just kind of going with the flow and accepting who you are for exactly who you are, and knowing that sometimes you can be a chameleon. You can change, you can morph into who you want to be that day. You know, there's no reason why people need to be so locked down into a certain stereotype. So that's really where my heart's coming from, and that's where I really want to take this video series channel thing. And I know that I have some amazing friends and family members that follow everything that I do, and I love you guys. And I really hope that whoever this video now reaches out and touches, that, you know, you become part of my family and that we can help each other grow and to be more confident. I think people just need to be okay with the skin that they're in, because if they can't love themselves, there's not much else in the world that they can love. And that's so important for people to know, whether you're young, old, guy, girl, in between, undecided, whoever you are. You know, if you can't love who you are where you are, then you're not going to get very far in life anywhere else. Because once you truly accept who you are in things, everything else comes the same way. You find a job that really fits you. You find friends that really, you know, mesh with you. You really find an environment that will help you grow because you've decided to just own it. And that's something that I've been on a journey myself with. And, you know, this year's been a pivotal year for me, that I truly decided to own it. That, you know, I am not going to let anything hold me back from what I really want to do. And, you know, I cosplayed for the first time at the Phoenix Comic Con, and it was so much fun. I went as Navi the Fairy from Legend of Zelda, and it was so fun to be able to, one, pick a character that not many people do as a cosplay, because she's technically not a humanoid figure, and she doesn't actually have a body. She's just a little blue ball with wings. That is really irritating to most people in this game. But I really wanted to take it because it was a way that I could truly make it my own. That there was no standard, there was no judgment on if it was, you know, accurate or not. It was truly something that I could make myself and be as artistic and, you know, make my own vision for how I wanted things. And it was amazing. I'll insert a picture for you guys of what my cosplay looked like. But I also did a little mini photo shoot. I had an amazing photographer who is doing complimentary mini photo shoots to build his profile. And, you know, it was really fun to just be able to have that moment to immortalize that first experience of cosplaying, so that I, you know, have that memory in that moment of being like, okay, here's a big step in my life, that I stepped out of my comfort zone, that, you know, I truly owned it. The other fun thing that I did is I took the train every day into Comic-Con. So there were so many people that had no idea that Comic-Con was going on, because I live way out in the suburbs of Phoenix. And so it took about 45 minutes for the train, with all the stops and everything, for me to get from one end to the other. And there were so many interesting looks and conversations, and, you know, that kind of became part of the fun. Is it's like, who am I going to meet today on the L? Who am I going to meet today on the light rail? You know, who is going to have a conversation with me? Who's going to stare at me oddly? Who's going to think that I am absolutely nuts? I had some people who thought that I was from Frozen. You know, you can't help everyone. But, you know, it was an amazing experience, and I did it entirely on my own. I didn't necessarily have any friends that were available to go with me. I do have a bunch of people that love to go, but, you know, sometimes financial reasons and everything else, you just can't necessarily make it. So, you know, next year I know that there's a bunch of people that wanted to be able to go with me, but, you know, I wasn't going to let that stop me. I wasn't going to let that hold me back, and I still had an amazing experience going by myself, being able to, you know, go to panels that I wanted to go to, asking amazing people their opinions on things as a self-published author, and just other things on how to be able to communicate with my followers and my fans, and to really make a relationship with the people who are interested in my life and my work, because I think that that's something nowadays that is important. You know, I would like to be a known published author. And to be known, you have to be present. And right now in our world, presence is on social media. So, you know, right now I've been way bigger on Instagram. I post all the time on there. I'll put a link down below as well for my Instagram if you guys have any interest in following along in my little montage of food and fun pictures. But, you know, another thing is that this year, G Dragon, one of my favorite artists from Big Bang, who is the, I would say, starting point to my interest in Korean culture and all of that, is I stumbled across Big Bang and I saw their music videos and I was in love. That was it. I was done. I was hooked. Just was over. My life began anew. I became transformed into this new human being about, oh gosh, how long ago was that? 5 years ago, maybe more. 5-6 years ago, that all of a sudden I stumbled upon it and became enamored. So he is doing his world tour, and he's coming to LA, and I bought tickets, and I'm gonna go. I don't have anybody in my friendship circle right now that truly enjoys K-pop enough to spend the money to be able to go with me, because he's not a cheap concert. But and it's well worth it to me to have that experience, to be able to go. And luckily I have an amazing friend who is going to come with me. She's not going to attend the concert with me, but we are going to spend a weekend in K-Town, LA. So we rented an Airbnb, and I will make sure that I will vlog all about that, because I am so excited to share that with everyone. You know, just spending time in a place that exemplifies a culture that I truly love and respect. We are going to eat tons of food. We are going to explore all of the place. Wi Spa is a place that we're going to go. I have no idea if we can film in there or not. Obviously, probably not in the bath area. That would be creepy and weird and gross. So, obviously, in the common areas where everyone is clothed and comfortable with being seen. So, going to experience that. Definitely going to make sure that I take you guys along with me and can share that experience with you. But you know, it's just a year that I'm not going to let things slow me down. That I'm going to make every experience count. I'm going to make every moment matter, and I am stoked because I'm going to share it with you guys, and I feel like I'm going to develop a whole new group of friends that will choose to be interested in what I have to say, and hopefully it will be, you know, worth your time, and you guys will come along on this crazy whirlwind journey of my life. So, yeah, I think that's it for now. We'll see what happens. This is gonna be an adventure, guys. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be awesome. And you know, I am always open to suggestions if there's something that I talk about that you guys would like to know more about, or if there's an experience that you think that I need to experience once you kind of get to know each other. And you know, I'm always open for suggestions. I am always open for an adventure. I am a super spontaneous person. So, always open for new ideas, always open for suggestions, and yeah, let's see where this takes us. We'll go on this adventure together.